everybody. Welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I am reading on today. But before we get started, go right down here, go in your settings, find your subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. Get it out the way. Don't think about it. Get it out the way. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell so you know when I upload or just when I want to pop in. And give me a thumbs up. Fight my nemesis. We all know what it is. It's that unrelenting beast of an algorithm. I really, really would appreciate it. And also, here's our join button. That is for our channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will support my little channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I'm going to tell you that support means everything, especially to little channels like mine. So think about it. All right, all that said, let's get to the read. When I was putting the read together today, I was all over these internet streets. You know I had to hit the streets. That's what I do. I hit these internet streets so I can put my read together so we can talk about all the latest, you know, chit chat and what's going on with our faves. So of course I went over to Instagram. I went to read. I read a lot of, not a lot of articles, a few articles, and I found one article that we're going to do the read on, and it shows the depths of the illness, of the infection, of the just sadness, and just pathetic, how pathetic that those people are. The media and that family is over across the pond. But before we do that, I want to talk about the stuff that I found on X, formerly known as Twitter. And what I found was something that was very interesting, and I must say I enjoyed. Because y'all remember back, I think it was like two podcasts back, I was talking about Victoria Ward, and I did my read on it. She had did an article because it was a pushback. I think it was Tuesday. She had did a pushback on the Daily Fail's Big Sunday write up. We all know that they have a Big Sunday write up, and they were talking about how Harry wanted to come back, and he was with his friends, was saying that they were going to get together, and it was called Operation Bring Harry Back from the Cold or something like this. I'll put it right here. But anyway, that article. So she wrote an article. I'll put it over here, which pretty much pushed back on that, saying that Harry don't want to come back here, which we all knew that. But like a broken clock that's right twice a day, she was right on that. Harry didn't want to come back. But that's not what I really wanted to talk about. I just wanted to refresh y'all's memory about who I'm talking about. I want to talk about the tweet, and we talked about this too, what she tweeted out. She tweeted this out. She tweeted, Prince William has recruited Jose Andre, a chef especially near to Harry and Meghan's heart, to his Earth Block Prize judging panel. Y'all remember that tweet that I shared with y'all? And I told y'all that would just show the depths of the sickness that had infected them folks over there. And it does. And then at the bottom, I guess somebody had wrote an article about it, and it says Prince Harry's favorite chef defects to brother's Earth Block Prize. That, like I said, it just shows the depth and how deeply rooted this sickness is in these people. They use words like defect, like somebody is running away from um, Russia or North Korea or something, and they finally get to freedom. And they said that, they asked for uh, what is asylum? Yes, asylum in a free country. That's what they used as word verbiage to describe this. And I we talked about how sick, pathetic, sad, pitiful that this is. It's as if they don't know or they don't want to know how organizations like Chef Jose Andres works. The World Central Kitchen is a global organization, the same as Archwell, global, and it's focused on actually helping people, unlike Earthflop. And I say that about Earthflop because Earthflop took in 1.6 million pounds and they spent 1.5 million pounds on cost. You are not serious. You're not a serious organization. If you spend that much that you took in, you spend just about that much on yourself. That's not serious. But I digress. We talked about how global organizations work. They work with each other. They talk as if Chef Andre only works with Harry and Meghan. Global organizations, if I bet if we got a list of the different organizations and initiatives that the World Central Kitchen work with, Harry and Meghan would be just a name on a long list. And that's what Earthflop is going to be. Earthflop is just going to be added to the list that the World Central Kitchen works with to further their goal of feeding people in disasters like Ukraine and any other place, Puerto Rico. They be all over the place. Anywhere disaster or tragedy strikes, they feed people. And so they work with a whole lot of different organizations, serious organization. And I don't know if Chef Jose Andre is going to stick with Earthflop because Earthflop is not serious. You're not serious when you spend all the money. Come on now. But anyway, this is what these unserious people said. They wrote this article, and this woman, this unserious woman who continues to perpetrate this nonsense and to encourage this man baby, this incredibly sick person who has this unhealthy obsession with his brother, they continue to encourage that with nonsense like this. Well, I went over to X today, formerly known as Twitter, and guess what was over there? This. And it says, the person who tweeted it is real petty, and I love that about them because I'm petty too. Hmm. Well, let's go on. It says, another one sided competition lost by jealous brother. And it has him, they has they have the emoji with the tongue stuck out. and one doing a cartwheel. Petty, 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 and I love it. But let's go on. And down below that, it says how it started. And they had that tweet from Victoria Ward that we just talked about. And then it says how it's going. And then it posted this. It says Prince Harry, actor Matt Damon, and World Central Kitchen founder Jose Andre are set to speak at the 2024 Clean Global Initiative annual meeting in New York on September the 23rd and 24th, the Clinton Foundation announced Thursday, which is right today. I can't. I just can't. Because it wouldn't be so funny if they didn't act so stupid. Everybody knows that this is the way charities, foundations, organizations, initiatives work. They work with each other. And they are genuinely trying to make a difference in this world. Not like Earthflop. I just proved to y'all that Earthflop is a flop because it is not serious. It is just as serious as the person who is at the head of it. And that is not serious. It was just something for William to do. Busy work. That's all it was. And their books prove that. All right. But let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. Harry is going to be at the Clean Global Initiative. Harry continues to be global on the world stage. And he don't allow himself to be bogged down in this nonsense in that little teeny tiny island that his father just happens to be the king of. Harry don't bother with that. Look at all this nonsense that's been going on that they created over there. Harry wants to come back. No, he don't want to come back. If he come back, he has to apologize. Then William planning all that stuff so he could do a personal, hateful attack on his brother, saying that he resents him and he hates him. And he created all of that himself. And then this is what the read is. It's an article from the Daily Fail. And it just proves that the British media is like a dude, a guy who married a woman that he just settled for. But the one that he really loved got away, and he never can stop the pining for the woman who got away. Harry is the one that got away. I saw this tweet. And it's so funny. It's this one. It says, Royalists waiting for Harry to come back to the UK. It's so true. They are pining, and I have just never saw anything like it before in my life. Well, I said all that to say this. I went moseying over to the Daily Fail today because we all know this was the first day that William was back to work. And I clearly was expecting that William would have a big write up in the Daily Fair on the front pages because, of course, he showed up with his beard. Yeah, he was in full I want to be my brother mode. I mean, he is doing William is transharial. Instead of being transsexual, he's transharial, meaning that he is in transition to become his brother. And so he started with the beard. And so, since he showed up with the beard and this was his first day back at work, I believed and thought and expected that he would be on the front page. And I just wanted to see what they were going to say about it. So I moseyed over there, and this is what was on the front page. I just can't. I can't. It is like they, Harry is the girl that got away. They are just crazy, obsessed ex boyfriends or girlfriends or whoever that is just obsessed with the one that got away. They are, they are, their future king with his beard showed up to do his. I mean, he hadn't worked in I don't know when. I can't even remember. And he shows up with his new shoes on and his beard. And you would expect him to be on the front page, wouldn't you? But no. Mm-mm. And why is Harry on the front page, you say? Why is Harry on the front page? Well, some stalker snuck around and got a one now, not a whole lot of pictures, one brand new picture of Harry walking Poola, walking his dog. And when they got that picture, I don't know if somebody sit in in the bushes and waited till he came by or what happened, but they got the one picture and they created, and I'm telling you, when I say page after page after page after page, they wrote on this article. They wrote, and this is the saddest part of it. Instead of writing about William, they put William went on his engagement and had his beard on, had his new beard in the article about it. They didn't even give him his own article, not really. It is so sad. I think that they gave him an article. I saw an article where it says, who wears a beard better, Prince Harry? I'm going to put it right there. This is the life that William has to live. He lives in the shadow of his little brother. And why? It's because it's because him and Harry would be doing things together if he was a better person, if he was a normal person, if he was a mentally healthy person, him and Harry would be working side by side doing good. Harry would have been the person that say, let's do this, let's do that, and brought him and pulled him along. And he is going to be the king. He would have got all the accolades. All he had to do was be a good brother to his brother. Harry doesn't care about that. Harry doesn't care about who gets the accolades. Harry cares about the results. He always have. It's all about the results. But William is so small, small in mind, small in spirit, small in hair. Because he had them three little strands just all swept over here. He's small all the way around. That he could not see that his brother loves him and would have been there through thick and thin. He would have went through the fire with him. But William could not see that for his own sickness, his jealousy of his brother. And now Harry done with it. Harry is not gonna exist in anybody's shadow. They trying to even pit Harry and Meghan against each other. Good luck with that one. Harry is now Meghan's spare. Why do they bother? You honestly think that you're going to cause any kind of conflict between Harry and Meghan by printing something in a rag? Good luck. Good luck on that. But let's get into this article. It's not much. I'm not going to cover much in it because it's just a bunch of nonsense, and it's just all came about because they got one new picture. Here's the picture right here of Harry walking his dog. And this is what the name of it, and I'll tell you another goal of this article is trying to make Harry into this sad figure that don't do anything but ride his bike and walk his dog. That's it. Instead of travelers, Diana Awards, African parks, Better Up, Archwell. Uh, I mean, it just rolls off the tongue. Cinnabale. It just rolls off the tongue. But yet and still somehow he just don't do anything but walk his dog and and um and ride his bicycle. He's in exile. He's sad. Let's get into this. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna put it right up here. It's the inside Prince Harry's life in royal exile. I got a problem with that. And I have said this before. How can it be exile when everybody know you leaving, you pack your bags, you live in a free country, and you pack your bags, you get on a plane and you move to another free country? How can that be exile? I mean, people do it every day. They leave their family and go and make a life on their own. That's not exile. That is you being an adult. I guess royals don't adult. I guess. Is that what they saying? Let's go on. From dog walks on the beach to meditation, bike rides, and dinners out at the local steakhouse. And they put pictures with this. When he said dog walk on the beach, that's new. That's new. That's what the new picture is. Meditation, they got that from the Harry and Meghan. No, no, no. They didn't get it from Harry and Meghan. They got it from what is the name of it with Oprah? Something like us. I can't remember what the name of it is. And he's doing the meditation, doing his hands. He's doing this, and yeah, that's where they got that from. No new pictures of him meditating. It's ridiculous. And then they said dinner at steakhouse. When they went out for Megan's birthday and they papped them, she had that striped dress on. That's what the picture they put up. And they are making stories out of stuff. I could have wrote this story, and I haven't been anywhere near Harry and Meghan. I could have wrote this same story. Now I wouldn't have had the new picture because that's a pap picture that somebody was stalking. And probably a neighbor had took a picture of him and they bought it off the neighbor. This is what Daily Fail does. And they got that new picture and wrote a whole article. Let's go on. It says how Sussexes spend their days in their California boat hole. Now, it's either a mansion with 155 bedrooms or it's just a boat hole. A boat hole is just a small little apartment where you can just squeeze up in there. Which is it? Daily Mail. Is it a boathole or is it a grand mansion with 155 bedrooms and 185 bathrooms? Which is it? Followed by a huge security detail everywhere they go. They better, they better have one because y'all have left London and flew all across to the Atlantic to no the Pacific. Is it the Atlantic? No, it's the Atlantic. It's flown all across the Atlantic to California in order to spy on them and to talk to their neighbors. Yes, they did. They tried to talk to people who they stopped anybody on the street that would say anything, and they did it, and it's in here. Let's go on. So Harry and Meghan better have their security. It says Prince Harry spends his days puttering on his bike, um, uh, followed by security team in Range Rovers, and walking his dog on the beach when not in his home office he shares with Meghan Markle or doing his daily meditation. Insiders claim. Insiders ain't said nothing. Y'all gathered that from. Remember Meghan's 40 when she turned 40, and they saw that Harry and Meghan had an office together. And also in Harry and Meghan documentary, Harry was sitting right next to Meghan at the desk. That's where they got that from. And the meditation came from, what is it? Something like us? I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, I could have wrote this. It says the Duke of Sussex is rumored to have made overtures via friends and intermediaries about returning to the royal fold, but only if he receives an apology from his brother. Threw that in. And we all know that's old. We talked about that yesterday. It said, however, insiders have pushed back on going back to the royal duties and shared details of the um, enviable and very quiet life in California, Montecito, with Megan and their two children. Well, they admitted it. It's something to be envied. It is. Harry has a wonderful life with people he loves and who loves him and is not going to shank him when he turns his not going to shank him when he turns his back. Yes, he has a good life. Let's go on. It said with 10 days, they on countdown mode. I told y'all about Robert Johnson, how he is absolutely butthurt. They on countdown mode to Harry's birthday. Wonder what they gonna do for Harry's birthday. They on countdown mode. It said with just 10 days until he turns 40, the the hair raising days of his youth are firmly behind him. In fact, he spends much of his time at his desk with his wife, working next to him, plotting together which country that they are visiting next on a video call with their team or charities. Tell me you ain't bitter. Plotting which country that they gonna visit next. When away from the computer, Harry speaks with staff and walks the garden, enjoying the birds sandwiched between taking Archie to and from school. There is a long meditation in his diary every day, and often works out with a personal trainer. All that was in the Harry and Meghan documentary. They are just they are so dry over there. They are so dry over there. They don't have anything. They are just rewarming old stuff. And this is what I want to talk about and I want to discuss. And And then we're going to end it. It says about the neighbors. It says neighbors and locals in Montecito have spoken to the Daily Telegraph about the couple's life there. Over there, questioning people at the mall or at the at the coffee shop. Y'all saw y'all saw Prince Harry over here. Have you saw him? It's ridiculous. It says, and admit that it says, let me read it all over again. Neighbors and locals in Montecito have spoken to the Daily Telegraph about the couple's life there and admit that they barely see them, especially Harry. Well, you know how big Montecito is. You can live your whole life and never see anybody. I wonder, they should have asked them how many times they done saw Oprah. She lived there. How many times you done saw Ellen and her wife? People mind their business. They got these big estates. They have people to go out and get stuff that they want. And people are all about their business. They don't see Rob Lowe live out there. I wonder how many times she saw Rob Lowe, this person. It is just ridiculous. Like Harry and Meghan is going to be on the streets every day. It said one declared they keep to themselves. They keep themselves to themselves. I haven't seen Harry around much. Normally, when you see him around here, he's walking his Labrador on the beach or his bicycle, or on his bicycle, followed by security in a Range Rover. That is nonsense. I'm sure that that has happened. Well, I know it's happened because we saw it in the documentary. They are just telling us what happened in the documentary and contributed to supposedly people who live in Montecito. Really? I mean, it's so ridiculous. Outside the confines of their mansion, now it's a mansion, it was a boat hole, but now it's a mansion. He enjoys a solo bike ride on his own with his bodyguards falling behind or alongside in his SUV, part of the biggest security team in the area, one local said. What he needed with that crazy man that is obsessed with him, I'm telling you, Abel better have security with Kane walking around talking. After that podcast I did yesterday, Abel better have his security because Kane is totally over the cliff and around the bend cuckoo. Yeah, Harry needs all that security. And he needs to put William on a watch list. Because I'm telling you, that angry, obsessed man is a threat. Let's go on. It says there's mixed reports about his happiness. There's no mixed reports about his happiness. They saying one ally recently said that Harry is doing great, but another claimed he was becoming an angry boy who is more and more isolated in California. Harry gonna be in New York. Harry doing all kinds of stuff. Harry said he has great friends, and he absolutely has great friends. Harry is making a place for himself on the world stage. That's what Harry's doing. Harry is a boss. Harry is moving with the big dogs. He ain't on the porch no more. Okay, he's running with the big dogs. So stop it. But but one of the things, and this is a funny thing too. I got to say this. I'm running long, but I got to say this. It says the sisters do venture together from time to time. They enjoy a date night together in the local steakhouse named Lucky, or pop out for a Italian meal at Loon's, which all has been publicly shown with Megan going with friends, and it's ridiculous. And this is what it was. It said Archie 5 and Elizabeth 3 can feast on a $15 kids menu and chicken and potatoes and macaroni and cheese and pasta with tomato sauce. That's how dry it is. They have started to speculate what Lily, Princess Lily, and Prince Archie would eat if they went out to the restaurant. While William is over there sporting his new beard and his new shoes, trying to say, "Look at me," and trying to hold it together while he is in his Harry, what did I say, transharial process. He's transitioning right now. And so he's trying to get through that, and he's trying to get some attention from the British media. You remember what I said yesterday? I said, if that's why Harry and Meghan do not have security, because Harry and the UK media is completely and absolutely obsessed, consumed with their obsession with Harry and Meghan and their family. If Harry and Meghan, that's why they don't have security. We read it yesterday. William said it out loud, because if they showed up, it would possibly interfere with royal diaries, meaning that they would come there and blow up the spot. Because if Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lily showed up, and I said this yesterday, William, Kate, Charles, and Camilla, and I'm gonna put in the whole rest of them, Sophie and Edward, and even drag Anne in and douse them with gasoline, or y'all say petrol, over in the UK, and if they set themselves on fire, and Harry and Meghan was gonna go and get pizza, the British media would be over there to the pizza parlor, while William and Kate and Charles and Camilla and the rest of them would be going up in flames. And not a camera would be there to see it or witness it. That is what they're dealing with over there. And I feel bad for them, but boy, is it funny. It is so entertaining. I'm sorry. It is just so entertaining. All right, y'all. That's a read.